Thank you all. Good morning. Good morning. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Stephanie Rosario Rodriguez. I am the Clubhouse community manager here for the Clubhouse Network. I'm also the geographic liaison for Europe, the Middle East, the Midwest, and the Mid-Atlantic. So shout out to my regions. It's good to have you all here. So what I'm here to talk to you about today is something that has been really exciting. So in 2021, we launched the Clubhouse Network Tech Fellows program. And that was really a program that was developed as a way to take what we do here during the annual conference and kind of deepen it throughout the year. You know, there's so much energy, there's so much liveliness, but this is a once-a-year event. So how can we kind of keep these conversations going? And it was a way to explore, you know, racial equity, develop an ongoing mentorship program, and explore emerging technologies with a small cohort of Clubhouse staff. You know, when we started this program in 2021, I really didn't know what to expect. But I knew that if we just brought in the right group of people, that this program would really flourish. So this year, we explored virtual reality. We worked alongside the Octoplay team in their mobile-based app that they're developing, and we dove deeper into our own individual passions and really fostered a sense of community. You know, when we launched in 2021, I really am so grateful for that original cohort who really set the stage for what this program could be and what it's going to become in the future. So I really just want to also take a moment to thank that original cohort, Gustavo Madrigal, Galen Shu, and Ms. Cherie Kaba, who is not here. So thank you all. I don't know that I gave them the heads up about that. And honestly, I could spend all morning talking about this program and, you know, what it can be, what it will be, but I won't. So what I'm actually going to do is invite up our current cohort of fellows, and that is Dolores del Socorro Hernandez, Saul Celaya, and Sean Spencer. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give them the opportunity to not just introduce themselves and their Best Buy Teen Tech Centers or Clubhouse, and they'll tell you where they're from and a little bit of what we've been working on. So a large part of the cohort is really focusing on our own passion projects, because as you know, that's really at the center of the Clubhouse model of following your own interests and just diving deeper into that. And this is such a diverse group of individuals with such extraordinary talents, and I would not do it any justice sharing that information on their behalf. So I've invited them to come share with us. So Dolores, I'll have you come up first.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to Stephanie and the Clubhouse Network for this great and amazing opportunity. Over the past 9 months, I have felt a unique kind of support that is going to ripple into my future in ways that I can't even imagine right now. Through the fellowship, I have met with and worked with so many talented people as I have expanded my own toolkit, but also as I have helped them expand theirs. From our very first meeting, Stephanie asked the three of us to think about what our passion projects were going to be. The term passion was notable. She didn't say capstone or thesis or any of the other words that are typically used to describe these sorts of projects. The freedom in that word guided me down a path. My passions are varied and plentiful, but at their core, I am a storyteller and a learner. I knew I had found my passions, but how to find the project aspect. For that, I looked at myself not as I am today, confident, resourceful, and supported, but as I was when I was the ages of many of our members. As an undiagnosed neurodivergent youth, I felt as if the traditional education system had left me behind, that my different way of learning was simply less than, and that is what my passion project is about. I have been in the process of creating a series of videos to show our members that learning can look like many things, that it can happen at any age, and that in many of its iterations, learning is messy. No two people will process information exactly alike, and that process is going to not follow some grand plan or social construct. The subjects of my videos span from using the iRobots to code, all the way to painting and crochet. I've been sure to add hacks, show affordable options, and explain common mistakes. all of the while demonstrating and highlighting my own mistakes. So often our teens are seeing videos of perfectly edited masterpieces without seeing the years of learning and hours of post-production those videos take to create. I've had to fight my own instinct of perfecting my videos or perfecting my videos and my projects off camera. My passion project has not only challenged me to rethink of my own biases, challenged me to work with different mediums, but it's also challenged me to be more kind to my inner child and to support our youth the way I wanted to be supported. As a tech fellow, I've been able to work on myself while also working on a project on Spark cards that benefit our youth from across the network. Throughout the conference, you might have heard me add my 2 cents about my hope for youth, but just in case you didn't hear, my hope for our youth is that the environment we create around them in our centers and clubhouses give them the tools that our generation has not had. From projects to C2C to mentoring and relationships, my hope is that we're able to give our teens the tools to keep moving forward towards their futures.
Good. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Saul Zelaya. I am from the Brooklyn Best Buy Teen Tech Center at the Brooklyn Public Library's Kings Highway branch. And I'd just like to echo all the sentiments that Dolores had, of course. Just, some small guy that was born in Queens, and never, really thought about the overall world and seeing all these faces, all these people that I met from all different sorts of backgrounds, different professions. It's something that I honestly never believed I would ever have a chance to do or be a part of. And I'm absolutely honored to be able to speak in front of all you guys, speak to all of you guys one-on-one, and hear all you guys' fantastic stories of how all you guys got over here. Because everyone has had that story, and it's been such a pleasure hearing how everyone has got to sitting in this seat in their table right now. And I've heard stories from people that were social workers, people that were early youth educators, child psychologists, that all somehow ended up working with the Clubhouse Network. And of course, with the Clubhouse Network and the Best Buy Teen Tech Centers, a lot of our goals is to provide technology and education to all of the youth that come in the area to serve them. My personal mission is to be able to give teens the access to technology and trainings that they ideally would never have access to when they were in either regular public schooling, or even if they don't have access to regular public schooling, if they were homeschooled. Basically anything that they would not normally get exposed to. Because I feel like I would have benefited a lot from the Best Buy Teen Tech Center when I was significantly younger. I spent about 2.5 years studying English in college before I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, And it was only until I got exposed to the really incredible ways people could tell narratives and stories through digital media, not only through movies and video games, but through websites, interactive installations and stuff like that. And I really feel the benefit of, and I really think that the Best Buy Teen Tech Center would be very beneficial to me when I was younger. However, when speaking to a lot of the individuals within the Clubhouse Network, a lot of them, like I mentioned, come from different backgrounds, social work, child psychology, what have you. And they can absolutely do things I could never imagine myself doing. However, I have a little bit of a tech background, so I have a little bit of a one-up on some people. And my idea is to be able to share my knowledge and share a lot of the information about the technology that people have access to in the tech centers, in the clubhouses, because someone who may have studied social working all their lives may never have had the time or opportunity to sit down and learn how to use a 3D printer. And with how busy all of us, I'm sure we are, it's really hard to find a YouTube tutorial and all this stuff. Anyone that has tried to look up information on YouTube and forums and stuff can always know how much of a headache it can be to find that perfect video. And then of course, if you need some additional help, or what do you do? The YouTube comments? Are you kidding me? YouTube comments? You gotta, So my idea was to open a website called .tech.tech. There's a hyphen over there because I couldn't buy the actual regular .tech because someone bought that already. And my goal with the website is to specifically share videos and tutorials of the equipment that we have in those clubhouses in the Best Buy Teen Tech Centers in a way that's concise, that's quick, kind of like a one-stop shop, so you don't have to be looking at the YouTube tutorials all over the place. And of course, because I'm over here, you guys could always reach out to me, reach out to me on the website, or you can get my contact information, it's no problem, to ask more questions and as the website goes on, maybe if a lot of people run into the same issue, we could have like an FAQ section on the site and stuff like that. The site hopefully will be launching next month when the fellowship actually ends. There is still a little bit of editing I have to do on the videos, but I really think that hopefully, I'm good with those videos. During the pandemic when everything was virtual, a way that I supplemented our C2C program was by recording videos and stuff for the C2C members. And I received a lot of positive reception from these videos. The teens loved them. So I thought, why don't I take those plans and the experience I have with that and implement it with what I'm working with the Tech Fellows. So I'm really looking forward to continue working and developing on this website. And I hope all of you guys can continue, of course, helping me with what you guys want to learn, any questions that you have. And if you have any questions about this thing, next Wednesday, we will be having tomorrow we will be tabling, and be sure to find all of us and ask us all about our projects, and we look forward to talking to you, especially me.
G'day everyone. My name's Sean Spencer. I'm from Australia, New South Wales, Lismore and Ballina, and I'm representing our organisation Social Futures. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm absolutely honoured and blown away, so grateful to be having this opportunity to be able to speak to you all today, and I'm also exceptionally grateful and honoured to be part of the fellowship program for Clubhouse Network in 2022. It's been amazing, and it's been so great being able to connect with Steph and Dolores and Sol, and I feel like that we're part of a team now. Part of our fellowship was to meet up once a month on Zoom as part of our meetings, and also we were to do our passion project. Like what Gail said yesterday, 2022 has been an exceptionally challenging year for a lot of people, but it's been an exceptionally challenging year for me and for my community and my region, and also for my organisation, because we had a record-breaking flood in February of this year that was far greater than anyone could ever imagine. It was a 1 in 1,000 year flood, and it was twice the level of the water here in New Orleans, just to give you an idea of how bad it was. There was thousands of people trapped, and thousands of people are still homeless from that event in February. And a lot of our young people in our clubhouse that we serve at Social Futures are still displaced and homeless right now. And some of them have been in 5 or 6 houses, and they still don't have their house back. So it's been really hard. And my passion project was to 3D print speakers. And so I bought Snapmaker 2, and I took it to the clubhouse in Lismore. I had it for a week. We were loving it, blew away the young people there. They were enjoying it so much. And then the flood happened, and we lost everything. We lost our clubhouse. We lost all of our gear, over 100,000 worth of gear, and we lost that Snapmaker that was not even a week old, which was to be used for the fellowship program. Thankfully, Social Futures, they replaced the Snapmaker so I could continue my project with the fellowship and clubhouse. So thank you so much, Social Futures. I'm very grateful that you could do that. But honestly, I don't know how I could have gotten through this year without the support of my fellowship crew, Stephanie and Saul and Dolores. It just means so much to me, like having you guys there. And I'll never forget that second meeting that was in February, and we were on Zoom, and I said, I don't know how I can say this, guys, but I just lost my town, and I lost the clubhouse and everything in it. And they were just so supportive of me, and I'm just really grateful for that. The Clubhouse Network just seriously doesn't stop surprising me. It's what it gives to the worldwide community and what it gives to me as a professional, and what builds me up to be able to give to my community. I'm a 20-year odd youth worker. I've done work all over Australia, and the minute that I came into Clubhouse Network, I was just blown away by how incredible everyone was and how smart everyone was and just what everyone gives. It's just absolutely incredible. I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about my passion project. So my passion project was to use the Snapmaker 2 3D printer to create 3D printed speakers. So I'm a DJ, electronic producer. I come from a bit of a sound engineering background. And I've been making speakers for over 10 years. And I really wanted to experiment with making speakers out of 3D printed medium. And I used the Snapmaker 2.0, which is an absolute next level thing. I've been talking to people about it all conference, and everyone just go get one now. Like, honestly, like Clubhouse Network, just get it. It's level up in every way. So I made, it wasn't my designs. I got it off Thingiverse from an amazing designer called Guppy K, and I 3D printed 3 different types of speakers, and also a sub, an isobaric sub chamber, an isobaric sub, and also an amp enclosure. So I 3D printed my own sound system out of a wood PLA. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it just sounds incredible. Like the design and the way that it sounds, I think I spent $90 in material and parts, and it seriously sounds like something that you'd spend $400, $500, $600 from a high-end audio shop. It's absolutely incredible. And it's my goal and my hope that I can inspire many coordinators, hopefully everybody, to 3D print their own sound system with the youth. Because how cool would that be if we all had a clubhouse with our own 3D printed sound system that was made by the youth? I think that would be super cool. So please come and check it out tomorrow at our table, and I can talk you through it. And yeah, I've also put quite a few videos and some resources up on the Village and Clubhouse Connect. My name's Sean Spencer. Look me up there in Clubhouse Connect and Village, and you should be able to see the videos there. And I've put all the links and stuff to the files and everything like that. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Clubhouse Network.
Thank you all. And before we kind of close out this section and move on to our next, I wanted to kind of, honor them. And there's nothing really that can be given but I wanted to share these plaques that I gave you, and in it, it says, for their commitment and contributions to the 2020 Clubhouse Network Fellowship Program, a fellowship that provides coordinators a learning experience to merge interdisciplinary skills, training, technology, and practical experience. And then some words regarding from our founder. So I would like to, once again, give a round of applause for Dolores, for Saul, for Sean, for everything they've done.